I'm Tori. I hope you're doing well, because I am. I got my buddy, Mary Dembkowski, in. How are you doing from Oakmont?
Doing great, Tori. Thank you.
What is new with you? I know you always come here and you always have so many. Oakmont Senior Living, by the way. I know her. You should know her. If you don't know Mary, everybody knows Mary, right?
Mary and Margie from Oakmont, right?
Everybody does. But if you don't, you are here to tell us all kinds of. You always have an event going on. You always have something happening. So what's on the calendar?
So I just wanted to share a little bit with you and the listeners about some of our activities at Oakmont, and I'm just so proud of our community. And our philosophy is we build our activities around certain core elements, and those core elements are, of course, thinking, keeping the mind sharp. So our activities might be one day we're doing trivia, another day our book club is meeting, or we have a current events discussion, or our bridge group. So those are kind of activities that are built around that thinking, thought-provoking activities.
Now, Mary, let me ask you a question about the current events.
Yes.
Now, does it get heated at all at any time?
You know what? That would be a good question for our activity director, Gina, who hosts that event. But I know that it's very well attended and the residents love it.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
I'm sure that at times it may. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then, of course, keeping active is so important. So we try to build activities to help support strength, balance, flexibility, endurance. So chair dancing is one of my favorites. That's on every Sunday morning. And then we have a stretch and flex class. We have a great chair volleyball class that the residents absolutely love. And then weightlifting, Zumba, and yoga. So every day, pretty much every day of the week, there is some sort of activity built around staying active.
Love it.
So
very important, by the way. Very staying active is just so important as you mature. It's all about the brain, the activity.
Yes.
You need to just constantly exercise every part of you.
Exactly, and that physical activity, as we know, that helps the brain as well. So it's such an important component. And then we have for those that are creative, we love to do workshops that kind of inspire creativity and reflect the interests of our residents. So we do flower arranging every Sunday morning, and those flowers get put out in our dining room, and I always am excited to come in and see what the residents did. Just as I was leaving today, we were finishing up a watercolor class for those residents that, enjoy painting. We have our gardening club. And then every Saturday morning, we do some sort of creative craft, whether it be blanket making, or they were actually making dog beds for the local pet shelter last month. So, so another component. And then
who comes up? Is it you and Margie who come up with these very creative ideas?
So we have such a great team at Oakmont. So it really is our activity director, our memory care director. They come up with these different activities, and they are just fabulous.
Because that's a win-win. You're making,
Yes.
the dog beds. Who would have thought of making a dog bed? But you have the creativity. You've got, you're keeping active, keeping the mind moving. And then you get to give them to the local shop.
Yes.
I mean, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. And that kind of ties into one of our core elements is contribute. And that is having like fundraisers or maybe a food drive or community engagement to support those in need. So, and we have a different theme every quarter. So last theme, it was all about pets. So our residents were volunteering at the shelter. I always get this wrong. The Shelter Hope Pet Shop. Every Tuesday they went and they played with the dogs, and they, did help to do a little bit of housekeeping, and they loved it. And to kind of end that series, on June 10th, we're doing an animal adoption event at Oakmont with this organization. So it's going to be just dogs, no cats this time. But, we're just definitely getting the word out that if you want to come and attend and adopt a pet, we have that coming up.
When is that again? Let's.
That is actually on Saturday, June 10th from 1 to 3 at Oakmont.
Saturday, June 10th at Oakmont, 1 p.m. Got it.
1 p.m.
Got it. If
And
you're
then
thinking about taking in a dog, now's your chance.
Now's the chance. And we'll have some hopefully some great adoptable pets there that day. And one of the fundraisers that we just had last week was for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Oakmont is a huge participant in the walk, and we have our own team, and we usually try to kick it off with a fun fundraiser. So we had a barbecue, beer, and boogie on Wednesday. We had some great raffle baskets. We had a Southern style barbecue, and our residents and people from the community came, and we raised a little over $800 for the Walk to End Alzheimer's coming up in October. Some of our residents will be walking, that day, or at least coming out and supporting.
That's awesome.
The team, and they're very excited. They actually said, "Can we do another one of these?" So we probably will do another one before the walk actually takes place.
How much did you say you raised?
A little over 800.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
And the residents are just, so willing to help and support. And, of course, all goes to a great cause to help support research and programs through the Alzheimer's Association. So, and then, of course, we can't forget our social activities, which, opportunities to just share, entertainment with our residents. We do happy hour every Wednesday. As a matter of fact, that's taking place right now with entertainers. Where do you get who comes in to entertain? Oh my gosh, we have so many great entertainers. I mean, last week we had it was the Silver String Mountain Band, and they were more like a bluegrass, banjo, fiddle, and kind of tied into our fundraiser theme. We actually did that during our normal happy hour. Our activity director just has some great connections with talent all over the Santa Clarita community and beyond. So
sounds like you raise a little heck every once in a while.
We raise a little heck, it's always happening there at happy hour. And then also learning, you're never too old to stop learning. And so we really believe that if we can bring those opportunities in where the residents can still learn. Next week, we have a doctor coming from UCLA that's going to just speak on fall prevention, which is really, such an important topic, and the residents can, come in, hear a doctor speak. We open that up to the community.
It's a cliche, but it's so true. I think it's a cliche because it is so true.
It is so true.
That fall is so, you don't want to fall. You just don't want to fall. It's so important.
Falling is, can just lead to so many other issues. And so whatever we can do to keep our residents safe in their, environment. Of course, we do take every precaution with the way the community is designed, but still,
it's you never know.
You never know.
Now, Mary, in the last 30 seconds, what do you want to tell listeners right now? Do you want to have them come to the dog event? Do you want them to call you and take a tour of Oakmont?
Well, of course, they can always call us and take a tour. We're there 7 days a week for anybody who's interested in seeing what the lifestyle is at Oakmont. I do want to add one quick thing before we end, and that is we are hosting June Bloom at Oakmont. It's through the Santa Clarita Artists Association. So we are the host site. It's going to be about 20 members of the Santa Clarita Art Association displaying their artwork at Oakmont. Saturday, June 10th from 11 to 3, and Saturday, June 3rd, correct myself, from 11 to 3, and Sunday, June 4th, the same time, 11 to 3. So it'll be a great way for our residents to, experience this beautiful artwork, but also the community is invited to come in. We're going to have refreshments and entertainment, and it's going to be lovely.
It's going to be wonderful. Now, are these posted on your website? So can I give out the website?
They are, yes.
The website is oakmontseniorliving.com. You can see all the events. You can see all the contact numbers if you want to talk to Mary and or Margie. They're both lovely. And take a tour. If you want to adopt a dog, that happens on the 10th. If you want to go to June Bloom, that happens on the 3rd. It's all about Oakmont Senior Living, and it is a beautiful facility. You can see all the pictures at oakmontseniorliving.com. Mary, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tori.
Always a pleasure.